Upsets that you might not see coming. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. I do college football videos every single day, so whether you agree with me, want to talk trash with me, or talk trash to me, you're going to enjoy this channel. From time to time, maybe on a week-to-week basis, there's some upsets that you never saw coming. Well, there's a few that I have my eye on that other people might not see happening. Let's get into it. This first one is not all that big of an upset, but I still wanted to mention it. Number 15, Iowa State at number 20, Texas. Texas is a 2-point favorite. Watch out for Iowa State. I think Iowa State will pull off the very, very mild upset. The big reason, running back Breece Hall. This guy's a beast. 180 carries for 1,169 yards, and he averages 6.5 yards a carry and 15 touchdowns to go along with that. And don't forget about quarterback Brock Purdy. Not having a great year, but he's still good. They average 34 points per game, which is 31st, and they allow 23 points per game, which is 30th. So they're very consistent on both sides of the ball. Texas, Sam Ehlinger, man, he's very up and down, and they don't really have that much of a run game except for Sam Ehlinger. And their defense is good one week, bad another. I think Iowa State has enough consistency to go on the road, pull a mild upset over Texas. The next possible upset I want to talk about, and this could be a big one as it relates to the playoffs. Number 2, Notre Dame at number 25, North Carolina. And the line is Notre Dame laying 4.5. There is a reason for that, people. Notre Dame is missing 2 of their key offensive linemen. They do have a decent running back in Kyren Williams. He averages 5.7 yards per play. But with that offensive line not fully healthy, their run game not going to be that great. And Ian Book isn't good enough to carry Notre Dame on his back. Notre Dame does have a good defense. North Carolina is starting to rebound from their struggles. They're starting to get on a little bit of a roll. Javonte Williams, this guy is an underrated running back. He averages 7.2 yards per carry. Overall, 868 yards. I think North Carolina will be able to run the ball on Notre Dame, and Sam Howell will do just enough to pull off this mild upset over Notre Dame, and Notre Dame's playoff hopes could be slipping away if that happens. These last 2 potential upsets, if they do come to pass, would mean the Pac-12 would be in big trouble as it relates to the playoffs. The first one, number 9 Oregon at Oregon State. Yes, Oregon State is 1-2, but both of their losses was razor thin, and they came back and beat Cal. Oregon hasn't looked all that impressive. They do average 38 points per game, which is good for 19th in the nation. That's pretty good, but their defense, not so good. Tyler Show, their quarterback, 66% completion rating. 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, which wouldn't be all that bad if it was a longer, extended amount of time, but this is in a short window. The big issue that would worry me about Oregon State would be their quarterback, Gebbia. He's not really all that good, but they do have an excellent running back in Jamar Jefferson. 7.2 yards per carry, 449 yards on 3 games so far. And Oregon allows 188 rushing yards a game. That's enough to give Oregon State a chance to upset the Ducks as a 14-point underdog. Staying in the Pac-12 like I promised, the next possible upset, Colorado at number 19, USC. Colorado is a better team than people realize. They score 41.5 points per game. That's good enough for 12th in the nation. Their defense, not good. But USC's offense hasn't been that good. USC did take care of Utah, but before Utah, they had 2 squeaker games where they had to come from behind and pull it off at the very end. The big problem for Colorado is their passing defense. They allow 315 passing yards a game. But like I said, USC's offense hasn't been all that great. Keaton Slovis, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That's okay, but I don't think he's going to have his way with Colorado. And USC's defense allows 175 rushing yards a game. And Colorado has a decent running back in Jarrett Brozard. 58 carries for 308 yards. That's 5.3 yards a carry. If Colorado can run the ball like they're capable of, watch out. The Buffaloes could upset the Trojans. And if those two upsets happen, that knocks out the Pac-12 completely out of the playoff conversation. That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you on my next show.